Yeah, man, I'm with my uncle right now. True Saints fan since the 60s. You been a Saints fan since the 60s?
I've been a Saints fan. I was born in '63. I've been a Saints fan all my life.
All right. So guess what? Somebody called him, but guess what? We got it. We about to get his opinion on what he think about Drew Brees' retirement. I guess first we could start off like how the Saints got him and what you think about like when he first came and how that was a help and it was like good for the city on until the Super Bowl win.
Well, it was a blessing. The Saints got Drew Brees from an injury, and he had nobody wanted to sign Drew Brees. So, due to his shoulder injury, so it was a blessing. Sean Payton went out and got him, and from there, history was made. The Saints went to a level that they had never been before. And so I know we all upset about Drew Brees' retirement, but just remember, keep the memories in your mind where they were before Drew Brees got there. And where he took us and elevated us to.
Okay. So, as far as like the Super Bowl winning season, like how much of an impact did Drew Brees have on us as New Orleans Saints fans and the city winning the Super Bowl? Let's take us back to your thoughts on the matter, like back at that time.
The impact on the city, man, was tremendous. Drew Brees was, he came from Texas and he came into this city and wrapped his arms around it. And we fell in love with Drew Brees from the very beginning. And what he's accomplished is historic. And so, we will always love Drew Brees. We'll always love Drew Brees.
Right, we will always love him. So, I know you as a sports fan noticed like the recent decline of Drew Brees. Do you think it was like the right decision for Drew Brees to give it up the time he did? You think he did it too soon or at the right time or late? What do you think?
No, I think the timing was perfect. I really do. I think he gave all of his heart and soul into the Saints organization and into the city. And, I think he knew, and we respect Drew Brees that much. I think he knew, when the right time was. And he's always emphasized that, when the right time would be. So if Drew Brees said it was the right time, then we have to respect that.
Right.
So we respect him as who he is and what he's done for us. So we respect him for his decision.
Right. All right, so we're looking at the entire time Brees was in New Orleans. It was about the same amount of time as Sean Payton was there. They both came like the same season. Like how much would you give the credit to Drew Brees versus Sean Payton? Like for all the successes the Saints had since they both came post-Katrina?
Wow, that's a great question. Great question. But I'll tell you this, man. Things happen, as a team. And so I think that what was accomplished is due to both of those individuals being a part of the process. And, you know, and that's how they accomplished the Super Bowl win. So, you know, I don't think it was one without the other, or, you know, or whatnot.
Yep. Well, I feel the same way, bro. So, I guess the final question here would be, he got rid of the Saints, or Saints got rid of Brees, or he retired or whatever. What you think about the future as far as James Winston, Taysom Hill taking over for a quarterback position, and like how would it differentiate from what Drew Brees was as far as his leadership, his love for the game, his preparedness for each game as a Saint, and like how you think it's going to leave the imprint on the future guys for the future?
Well, I'll tell you, man, it's Drew Brees is going to be hard to replace. And if, you know, I respect Sean Payton, I respect his opinion, and I respect his decisions. And I think that he's going to put Jameis Winston into the best position that he could be in. And so I'm going to just be confident because I'm a New Orleanian. I love the Saints. And I really do think that, and I'm going to just support the team. And I think that we have the greatest coach in Sean Payton. And I think his decisions all make the difference.
All right, you heard it. With my uncle, Saints fan since day one. So I guess the last thing, let me get a who dat from you. And we gonna shut it down.
Who dat? Who dat? Who dat?
All right. Hey, y'all heard it. Live in living color. With my cuz right now. Big Saints fan since I was a youngin', who keep up with everything. So my dude, bro, what you think about Drew Brees' retirement? You know, as far as his legacy on the city, what he meant to the city, and like how we got him, like the past, present, and the future, like everything from when we just got him, from when we still had Reggie Bush and Deuce on the same team, to, you know, the Super Bowl, and to like kind of like how he declined later in his career. Well, what you think about that and how he meant, bro?
Well, I think it was kind of destiny for him to even come to the Saints, because when you look at it, he had a choice of going to Miami or coming here. And just to be honest with you, I don't think New Orleans was his first choice.
Right.
Because I would want to go to Miami too. But right. Since they packed.
Like what, he was with like Saban wanted him or something like that, right?
Yeah. So what happened was his the injury that he had in San Diego, they thought he'll never recover and be a good quarterback. So the Miami training staff, I think they advised him not to sign him. And so the Saints showed interest, so he came down here and they wound up signing him. And I think maybe Miami regret that to this day, because maybe they would have had a Super Bowl by now.
Yeah, like who they had since then? Ryan Tannehill or the bullshit like that.
They had about 10 quarterbacks since then. But his football IQ to me is unmatched, and just the way he prepared every week for the Saints. And you kind of almost got used to having good quarterback play. We haven't had to worry about a quarterback for 15 years. And you got some franchises, they turning over quarterbacks year after year after year.
Right,
so
right.
I think in that sense, I think we got spoiled. And I think this upcoming season, you'll really be able to see what you'll miss and not having a Drew Brees, stuff that we took for granted. Every time we had the ball, I thought we could score. A lot of the times we had self-inflicted injuries, right? fumble the ball or something like that. But every time our offense had the ball, I thought we could score.
So it's like a real comfortability thing, having Drew Brees at the helm, even if he wasn't like the highest athletic wise, but you knew he had the IQ, he knew how to run the offense, he knew anytime we had the ball, we could get 6.
Right. First of all, I never thought Drew Brees had the strongest arm, but he still was able to play for 20 years. Just think about that. You got people with strong arms, big cannons, that don't make it 5 years. So your knowledge of the game, knowing when to take what the defense giving you, know when to check the ball down. At the beginning of the season that just passed, you saw how he was using Alvin Kamara, so he couldn't throw down the field, so he started using Kamara. And that was getting the job done. So it's all about changing your game to go with what you could do. And I think Drew knew he didn't have a big arm like that, but he still had other things like his accuracy. He was one of the most accurate quarterbacks ever.
Is he like at least, if not the highest, like the top of all time in completion percentage or some shit like that?
Right. And not only that, you look at the yards. He had like 5,000 yard seasons. Like, people just wasn't doing that. And that might be a record that stand for a little while. Maybe at some point Mahomes will break it, but that's how good he was, and that's how much we took him for granted that we didn't have to worry about quarterback play. But we'll find out. I'm interested to see what Jameis gonna do. I think if he's in the right system, I think he could produce and flourish, because I don't think all the interceptions that he had in Tampa was his fault. So we'll see. But I'm looking forward to the next season.
Yeah, I'm excited about Jameis, bro. For real. I'm really excited about him. Hopefully he'll fit. You know, he's battling with Taysom for the starting job and shit. But as far as Brees, like with the Super Bowl, how you felt like during that time period, like when they won and all that shit? He held up the trophy and all that. But the city, recovering from Katrina and all that.
First of all, I think we really needed that city-wide, because we needed something to cheer for, something to get our mind off of Hurricane Katrina, even though they won it like 4 or 5 years after. But man, it was just a great time to be a Saints fan, and it still is, because even though they don't have Drew, you still have the coach and the GM that got you a Super Bowl, so they know talent. So I just think it'll be hard to replace Drew. I don't know if the Saints will ever get another Drew, but some kind of way I think he'll always be connected with the city. If you look at how Archie Manning is always connected to the city, and Archie's not from here.
It made a dynasty, man. Look, the Manning name is serious.
But think about this, Larry. Archie had 3 boys. How many boys Drew got? Got 3. He got 3 boys and a girl. So, hey, who knows? Maybe it could be instead of the Manning, it could be the Breezes now. Just think, Archie's from Mississippi, but he came to New Orleans and he never left, even after he finished with the Saints. So I think Drew will be a little bit like that. Maybe he'll decide to move away when he get a little bit older or whatever, but I think he's going to be around for a little while in the city.
Yeah, bro. So we're going to miss Brees. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate my cuz coming on. Give me a few words, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Thanks for having me, man. I didn't even know about your podcast. I'm going to have to check it out. Let me know when this airing.
Yeah, I'm going to send you the link.
Yeah, and I'll follow you, man.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, man. We're going to miss Drew, though, baby.
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
Man, I'm